What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio for Tuesday, July 14th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Jimmy Fallon returned to NBC's Tonight Show on Monday for his first show since his hand injury, and he managed to be in good spirits about the frightening ordeal. During the show, Fallon explained that he experienced a ring avulsion when his ring got snagged on a countertop on June 26 and caused his finger to go sideways. He was taken to Beth Israel Hospital's emergency room in New York City, but soon ended up at Bellevue Hospital Center, where he was treated by a specialist in hand microsurgery. Fallon said about the situation, apparently the odds aren't great and usually they cut your finger off. He ended up undergoing a 6-hour surgical procedure involving doctors taking a vein from his foot and reconnecting it with tissue in his finger. He said, adding, "I won't get feeling back for 8 weeks. I was in the ACU for 10 days. The talk show host thanked the medical team that assisted him and even found a bright side to the ordeal. Fallon pointed out, "I should say that fall was funny. I'm a comedian, so I have to fall funny." Real estate mogul and presidential candidate Donald Trump has reached out to the FBI to investigate a threat he received via Twitter following his comments about escaped drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Shorty Guzman, ABC News reports. The presidential candidate contacted the FBI's Manhattan office on Monday in response to an incendiary post from an account purportedly run by El Chapo, according to ABC News sources. Trump said about the threat Monday in a statement, "I'm fighting for much more than myself. I'm fighting for the future of our country, which is overrun by criminals. You can't be intimidated. That is too important." Trump posted numerous tweets Sunday about El Chapo, who broke out of a maximum security prison in Mexico on Saturday, marking the second escape from a security faculty for the nation's most notorious drug pen. Trump tweeted, "Mexico's biggest drug lord escaped from jail, unbelievable corruption, and USA is paying for the price. I told you so." Trump, who has been touting a need to build a wall across the U.S.-Mexican border, says that he wants the Mexican government to fund. Then, writing in third person, Trump added, "Can you envision Jeb Bush or Hillary Clinton negotiating with El Chapo, the Mexican drug lord who escaped from prison? Trump, however, would kick his ass." A response to Trump was posted later that day in Spanish to a Twitter account attributed to El Chapo, which read, "Keep fucking around and I will make you swallow your whore words." It was not immediately clear who wrote the message. Trump has been in a lot of hot water following his presidential campaign address last month, in which he referred to Mexican immigrants as rapists who are bringing drugs and bringing crime. The Miss USA pageant, which is run by Trump's Miss Universe organization, was broadcast Sunday on Reels after NBC and Univision cut business ties with Trump in the wake of his speech. NBC likes Aquarius enough to commit a second season, but not enough to have the low-rated drama bring its Thursday primetime block. The network is moving Aquarius and its equally challenged neighbor Hannibal to Saturday nights. Effective immediately, the rest of the drama's respective seasons will air at 9 and 10 p.m. Saturday, with the 2-hour block of Dateline Thursday mysteries airing in their place on the more competitive night. The news comes just a few weeks after Aquarius earned its second season, with NBC touting strong streaming numbers for its initial non-linear release, and Hannibal got canceled. The drama's current third season will be its last on the network, and creator Brian Fuller has been open about the fact that he has yet to secure a new home for his critical darling. NBC Entertainment President Jennifer Salk said of Aquarius at the time of its renewal, "It's no secret that the way people watch television is evolving, so we took a unique approach to how we deliver Aquarius, and it's driven some record numbers for NBC Digital and helps us reach viewers who might have otherwise overlooked a great summer drama. No streaming sets have been released for the Aquarius, but it and Hannibal have languished in their Live Plus same-day showings, and the change in has not been terribly kind to either series. With the latest Like Plus 7-day ratings released Monday, Aquarius is only improving to a 0.9 rating in the key demo of adults 18 to 49. Hannibal just grew to a 0.6 rating. Bill Nye the Science Guy is the subject of a new documentary film to be funded by a Kickstarter campaign launched on Monday. Filmmakers David Alvarado and Jason Subberg are partnering with Academy Award-winning producer Seth Gordon to create an independent film about Bill Nye, host of PBS's popular 90s show Bill Nye the Science Guy, documenting his life and his quest to change the world with science, according to the video of the filmmaker's Kickstarter page. The film follows Nye around the globe, where he takes off the Science Guy costume during his quest to take on climate change's deniers and rallying public support for space exploration, the filmmakers told The Hollywood Reporter. There's a hero at the center who needs to vanquish anti-science foes and literally change the world. But the man behind the bow tie is also a human being, with weakness and a private life. Hopefully our story will show the complete science guy in an inspiring and entertaining way. Alvarado and Selberg launched their Kickstarter campaign with a goal to raise $650,000 by mid-August and are enticing fans to donate money to the project with science-themed incentives, including access to behind-the-scenes images and clips, 9 themed emojis, historic written notes from the science guy, bow ties, and a private screening ticket, among others. Both directors told The Hollywood Reporter that the passion for the project came after they finished their last film, The Immortalist, and were thinking about another scientific documentary that would reach a larger audience. The longtime fans of Nye said Alvarado ran into the science guy at SXSW. We wondered what his private experience was as a person living a life as a celebrity science educator and advocate. When asked why they chose to focus on Nye in particular, they said that they watched the man in school growing up and considered him an icon for their generation with a really rich story that nobody really knows about. Paired that with this major transformation that he's doing in real time, we knew we had a compelling subject to explore. While the directors say that the man's show is timeless, 2015 is Bill Nye 2.0, and despite his being cautiously excited about the film, Nye has been ready to film since the idea was pitched to him. Celebrity Family Feud, which has by no means been a rating slacker since its June 21st debut, climbed on Sunday night. The ABC show jumped 31%, averaging a 2.1 rating among adults 18 through 49. A steady episode of Battle Bolts, 1.3 adults, followed, securing an ABC demo win for the night. Big Brother 1.9 adults rose 0.2 of a point on CBS, while Golan the Insatiable 0.5 adults continued its very steady run on Fox. ABC's The View on Monday officially announced that its frequent guest host Michelle Collins has joined the show as a permanent co-host. As the show did with Raven-Symoné, the other co-host took the stage and moderator Whoopi Goldberg announced a new co-host who was walked out amid a shower of confetti. Collins, who will make regular appearances over the next few weeks until the show goes on hiatus in August, will officially start The View Returns for season 19 in September. As she took her seat, an excited and nervous Collins said, "I feel so lucky that I get to come here and spend this time with you." She thanked everyone who worked on the show, who she said have all been welcoming and kind to her since her first day, particularly creator Barbara Walters, wherever you are. Collins told Walters, "Bagels in Miami next time I'm there, name the day." In a statement, the comedian and new View co-host added, "These past few months have been the most fun and exciting of my career, and I couldn't be happier to join such an awesome, smart, accomplished, and funny group of women. Ever since the age of 4 and the height of 5'6", it's been my dream to host a talk show, and the fact that I now get to do just that every day with an amazing, hard-working team of producers, writers, cast, and crew is beyond my wildest expectations. Many thanks to the people at ABC for inviting me to be a part of this team, and specifically to the great Barbara Walters and Whoopi Goldberg, whose support has meant the world to me." Executive producer Bill Wolf said, "Michelle is a great addition to The View. She's lightning quick, has strong opinions, and is wickedly funny. Our entire staff is looking forward to her joining the show." Walters said, "Michelle Collins brings a fantastic energy and a keen sense of humor to the program. Michelle can be both outrageous and thoughtful. She is a welcome addition to the View panel with her intelligence, quick wit, and vast knowledge of pop culture." Collins, who currently lives in Los Angeles, said she was looking forward to returning to New York and was welcome to her new gig with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind. Collins' hiring was initially expected to be announced last week in the episode that featured co-host Rosie Perez tearing up as she talked about her decision to leave the show after just one season. Goldberg had previously told View viewers when both Raven-Symoné and Collins were just guest co-hosting that they were hoping to make both permanent additions to the show. Goldberg is expected to be back next season along with Raven-Symoné and Collins. It hasn't yet been determined if Nicole Wallace, who joined the show this season with Perez as part of an overhaul that included Rosie O'Donnell's return, will return next season. CBS The Big Bang Theory will become the first U.S. TV show to stream on Chinese websites under new rules introduced last year requiring tougher reviews and censorship over overseas content. China's top regulator, the State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and Television, will allow the 8th season of the sitcom to screen on video site tv.suhu.com starting on July 22nd, the Global Times newspaper reported. The Big Bang Theory and 3 other TV shows, NCIS, The Good Wife, and The Practice, were taken down in April 2014 with the SAPPRFT saying the content had violated regulations of having content which hurts the nation's honor and interests and encourages teenagers to break laws and spread violence, eroticism, gambling, and terrorism. Before it was taken down, Big Bang Theory was racking up 1.3 billion hits on Suhu. The first 7 seasons remained prohibited from being shown in China. News of the ban prompted Chuck Lorre, creator of the show, to file a sarcastic post in one of his signature vanity cards, which followed the broadcast of the show. China's online video market is expected to nearly triple to $14.5 billion by 2018 and is an attractive market. However, since April 1st, the SAPPRFT has required foreign TV dramas to present full seasons with subtleties for censorship before they can be shown. Content deemed violent and pornographic will be deleted. In addition, online video sites may act only as content providers and cannot set up dedicated content zones or channels on the internet TV platforms. Previously, sites like Youku, Tudu, Badao's IQIYI, Suhu.com, Tencent, and others were largely self-censoring, but the government is currently engaging in a campaign cracking down on pornography, violence, or anything that might challenge the authority of the ruling Communist Party. The first foreign show to bow under the new regulations will be the Korean romantic comedy Heckle, Jekyll, and Me, which will air on Youku Tudu on Thursday. Rapper and mogul 50 Cent isn't going to let a little thing like bankruptcy stop him from doing business. Lawyers for Curtis Jackson confirmed the rapper, actor, mogul filed bankruptcy under the Chapter 11 code in Hartford, Connecticut on June 13th. The Chapter 11 filing allowed him to reorganize his business interests as opposed to a Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing, which would mean liquidation of his assets. So despite the setback, 50 Cent runs as a business mogul is far from done. William A. Brewer, partners at Brewer Attorneys and counsel to Mr. Jackson, said in a statement, the filing allows Mr. Jackson to reorganize his financial affairs as he addresses various professional liabilities and takes steps to position the future of his various business interests. Mr. Jackson's business interests will continue unaffected in the ordinary course during the pendency of the Chapter 11 case. This filing for personal bankruptcy protection permits Mr. Jackson to continue his involvement with various business interests and continue his work as an entertainer while he pursues an orderly reorganization of his financial affairs. 50 Cent's bankruptcy filing follows close on the heels of a court order that he paid a woman $5 million for posting her sex tape online without permission. The woman in question shares a child with rapper Rick Ross, who 50 taunted during his narration of the sex tape. Even those who don't follow Justin Bieber on Instagram would have had a hard time missing his bare bum last week after he posted a shot in which he was on a boat, nude, looking off in the distance. Miley Cyrus reposted it, but not before adding a Kim Kardashian-sized rear to the pop singer. And Chrissy Teigen took it as an opportunity to share her own husband's naked backside, perhaps taunting Insta for its censorship on her nipples. But this week, the Biebs took the shot down and offered up an explanation alongside a fully clothed image. He said, hey, I deleted the photo of my butt on Instagram, not because I thought it was bad, but someone close to me's daughter followed me, and she was embarrassed that she saw my butt, and I totally wasn't thinking in that aspect, and I felt awful that she felt bad, read the caption. Although his Calvin Klein ads are only slightly more PG-13, he apparently briefly forgot about his slew of underage fans. Bieber's caption continued, to anyone I may have offended, I'm so sorry. It was completely pure-hearted as a joke, but didn't take into account there are littles following me. Love you guys. Pop star Ariana Grande will not have to face legal repercussions for a recent bout of deliberately food tampering, as the Riverside County Sheriff's Department in California put it. According to a statement from the Sheriff's Office, Wolfie Donuts elected not to press charges against the singer and backup dancer Ricky Alvarez after they were caught on the camera apparently licking donuts on the shop's counters. Donutgate already caused some fallout on Grande, who since apologized twice, both for the alleged donut licking and for the comments she made, which included saying, "I hate America." Wolfie Donuts also suffered in the wake of the incident. Its health department grade went from an A to a B. Ari Emanuel, co-CEO of William Morris Endeavor, says his rival CAA is still stuck on the 90s and he no longer considers them a major competitor. Appearing with his older brother, Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, at the Fortune Brainstorm Tech Conference in Aspen on Monday, Ari Emanuel responded to a question from the rap about the state of the agency landscape and his longtime rival creative arts agencies. He says, "I don't even think about them. They're a third of our size. I compete with them on three things. I kind of think about them a third of the time-ish." He continued, "They were our top rivals. They're still stuck in the 90s. He did not elaborate except to say that WME was shifting into business away from talent representation into businesses that own and operate. Creative Artists Agency fell behind William Morris Endeavor in size after the latter acquired sports behemoth IMG in spring of 2014 in a $2.4 billion deal. CAA recently lost a series of high-profile agents, mainly in the comedy talent department, to United Talent Agency. Emanuel says that despite naysayers who said that WME had taken on too much debt in acquiring IMG, the mere company was ahead of financial targets. He said, "We're in great shape right now. We're ahead of the plans by at least 12 to 18 months financially. By the end of the year, we will hit every number, exceeding every number that was in the plan." Asked whether the company will go public in an IPO in the wake of the investments by private equity from Silver Lake in 2013, Emanuel says, "That's probably an option. I'm not thinking about it right now." The rap pressed Emanuel to confirm that he had been behind the CAA Ant poster campaign that papered the Century City Mall 2 years ago. He responded only, "Whoever did, I thought it was creative." The two brothers bantered during the interview, saying they spoke several times a day but short form. Said Raheem Emanuel, "We have conversations without verbs, adjectives, or pronouns." Jack Black and Culture Club frontman Boy George channeled their inner Jim Morrison on Monday's episode of Conan. The actor and pop singer both appeared on the show and admitted they were fans of the 60s rock band The Doors. O'Brien then encouraged both of them to get up on stage and sing a Doors song. Black and George obliged, with original Doors guitarist Robbie Krieger joining them. The pair belted out the classic song Hello, I Love You to a very enthusiastic reaction from the crowd. George was the lead singer of the popular 80s band Culture Club, while Black, in addition to his acting work, provides vocals and plays guitar in the band Tenacious D. And now let's look back at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1995, a revolutionary new technology is christened the MP3. Representatives of the Recording Industry Association of America were not in attendance at the 1995 christening of the infant technology that would shake their business model to its core just a few years later. Known formally as the MPEG-1 Audio Layer 3, the technology in question was an efficient new form for the encoding of high-quality digital audio using a highly efficient data-compressed algorithm. In other words, it was a way to make CD-quality music files small enough to be stored in bulk of the average computer and transferred manageably across the Internet. Released to the public 1 week later, the brand new MP3 format was given its name and its familiar MP3 file extension on this date in 1995. The importance of the MP3 or any other scheme for compressing data is made clear by some straightforward arithmetic. The music on a compact disc is encoded in such a way that a single second corresponds to approximately 176,000 bytes of data, and a single 3-minute song to approximately 32 million bytes. In the mid-1990s, when it was not uncommon for a personal computer to have a total hard drive capacity of only 500 megabytes, it was therefore impossible to store even one album's worth of music on the average home computer. And given the actual connection speed of a then standard 56K dial-up modem, even a single album's worth of music would have literally taken all day to transfer over the Internet. In this way, the nature of the CD format and the state of mid-90s computer and telecommunications technologies offer the music business a practical barrier to copyright infringement via Internet file sharing. But then came MP3. Over the course of the late 1980s and the early 90s, several teams of audio engineers worked to develop, test, and perfect the standard that would eventually gain the blessings of the motion picture experts group. Their approach took advantage of certain physical and cognitive characteristics of human hearing, such as our inability to detect the quieter of two sounds played simultaneously. Using a perceptual compression method, engineers were able to eliminate more than 90% of the data in a standard CD audio file without compressing sound quality as perceived by the average listeners using standard audio equipment. Suddenly, that digital copy for your favorite pop song took up only 2 to 3 megabytes on your hard drive rather than 32 megabytes, which in combination with the growth of an average drive capacity and the increase in average internet connection speed created the conditions for both the rampant Winamp and Napster-enabled copyright infringements of 1999 to 2000 and for the legal commercial distribution of digital music via the internet. In the eyes of the RIAA, those are the conditions that also explain the 29% decline in the music sales of music CDs between 2000 and 2006. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, July 14th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of the show on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.